Hi, so it's time for Get Moving Child's Story Time. So let's start out with a stretch. You gonna stretch with me? Let's stretch.
Stretch. Stretch with me. Hands in the air. Count to 3. Hold it right there. Stretch up high for a snack in the trees. Stretch out wide for a ride on the breeze. Can you stretch to the ceiling? Can you stretch to the floor? You can stretch with a whisper. You can stretch with a roar. I can stretch underwater. I can stretch on a wave. I can stretch on a surfboard if I'm very, very brave. Some will stretch to show you feathers. Some will stretch to show you spots. A stretch that goes a stretch too far might tie you up in knots. A yawn is just a stretch that starts down deep inside. It travels up into your mouth and makes it open wide. If I were an inchworm, I'd stretch from place to place. If I were an astronaut, I'd stretch in outer space. I stretch my lungs to take a breath, then blow out nice and slow. A bubble will stretch and stretch until there's no room left to grow. Pop! If you stretch me and I stretch you, we'll stretch twice as far. Who knows what we can do? The end.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that stretch. Welcome to our story time. And now we're going to do the wiggles. You ready to get your wiggles out? I'm ready to get my wiggles out. Here's Let's Wiggle. Let's wiggle. Get those wiggles going, boy.
Wiggle. Do you wake up with a wiggle? Do you wiggle out of bed? If you wiggle with your breakfast, it might wind up on your head. First, wiggle where your tail would be. Then wiggle all your hair. Feeling extra silly? Wiggle in your underwear. Can you wiggle with your shadow? Can you wiggle with your toys? When you wiggle with gorillas, do they make a wiggle noise? Can you wiggle in the water? Wiggle one fin on each side. Or wiggle like a crocodile, open big and wide. When you wiggle where your wings would be, Wiggles fill the sky. Wiggle slowly when with polar bears. They're very wiggle shy. Snakes are one big wiggle. No wings, no tails, no feet. Some wiggles are worth waiting for. Wiggle, wiggle, tweet! Would you join me for a wiggle? Would you wiggle on the moon? I think we're out of wiggles now. See you wiggle soon. The end.
Okay, so did you get your wiggles out? Are you ready for a story? Well, I'm really excited about this story as we're going to pretend that we're all kinds of animals and we're going to gobble it up. We're going to eat. If you were an animal, what would you eat? Do you know what different animals eat for dinner? Let's be those animals and gobble it up. Let's enjoy that. So the first one is called Gobble It Up. Okay, and it's actually a song. So let's enjoy the song.
If you were a wild raccoon, you'd hunt at night by the light of the moon. Catch some crawdads where they crawl and gobble them up, shells and all. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd crunch up crawdads all you could. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd gobble them up and they'd taste good. If you were a crocodile, you'd fool those ducklings with your smile. When they'd swim for a closer look, you'd gobble them up. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd eat those ducklings if you could. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd gobble them up and they'd taste good. That's the way we all survive. We gobble food to stay alive. We eat the food we have and then we have to hunt for food again. If you were a great white shark, you'd cruise the shallows after dark. Circle fishies in their school and gobble them up 2 by 2. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd chomp up fishies all you could. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd gobble them up and they'd taste good. If a great whale you could be, you'd dive to the bottom of the deep blue sea. Pick a fight with the biggest kid and gobble you up a giant squid. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd eat that squid up if you could. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd gobble it up and it'd taste good. If you were a panda bear, you couldn't live just anywhere. You'd have to find a place where you could feed all day on rare bamboo. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd eat the last shoot if you could. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You'd gobble it up and it'd taste good. That's the way we all survive. We gobble food to stay alive. We eat the food we have and then we have to hunt for food again.
So, did you enjoy that? Or did you enjoy being the great white shark? Or did you like being the whale or the raccoon? Wasn't that so fun? So, we're going to sing another song. So, let's enjoy a song. This song you might know. I hope you know it. If you don't, then maybe you can learn it. It's the Itsy Bitsy Spider. So, do you know the Itsy Bitsy Spider? Maybe you can act it out with
me. Okay, kids, we're going to sing about a little spider who wasn't having a very good day, but he kept right on trying. Get your fingers ready. Here we go.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Get your spiders out.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
Okay, it's going to be your turn now. Don't forget to sing along.
So I hope you enjoyed that. And now we have another story that we're going to pretend we're going to go onto a sea. It's called the Sea of Bath. And in the Sea of Bath, all kinds of things are going to happen. And there's clues in the picture to where is the Sea of Bath anyway? And what is the Sea of Bath about? So take a look at this pictures and see if you can guess where the Sea of Bath is. Okay, so let's get going. And we're going to pretend we're on the Sea of Bath, and we're going to do all the things that happens in the Sea of Bath. Okay, so let's enjoy. The Sea of Bath by Bob Logan. So there's a bunch of pictures. What do you think the Sea of Bath is about? There it is, the Sea of Bath. I see a bathtub. Captain was asleep on his boat. When the tide came in, he woke up. He has sailed the sea many times before. It is a curious sea indeed. Here it comes. There's the salt water coming in. It is a sea where ducks squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Quack, instead of quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. There they are. There's the ducks. And deep sea divers chase crocodiles. is a deep sea diver. While bubble-blowing bears chase deep sea divers. There they go. He's in a swell. The captain often wonders about this strange sea and its travelers. Look at all these strange travelers in this sea. Do drops from the sky mean rain? Oh, there he is. He's getting wet. Or does a cheerful whale want to play fetch? There's a ball. There's the whale. Does he want to play catch? Do bouncy waves mean a storm is brewing? Ooh, look at those waves. Crashing up and down. Ooh, up and down on the boat. He's going up and down. Or are ships engaged in a friendly sea battle? Those are friendly. I don't see any fire or burning or anything. Just splashes. Oh, splashes everywhere. What is that? What is that thing? It says S-O-A-P. S-O-A-P. Does this odd little boat by the name of Soap wish to race? Do you think so? Do you think the soap wants to race? A push from this sea creature helps the captain take the lead. Oh, there's a push. When the captain's voyage comes to an end, it always ends the same. The sea gets lower and lower and lower until the sea is gone. Up. Will the captain ever learn what sea he sails? SS Rub-a-Dub is the name of the ship. Perhaps tomorrow. So, did you go on the Sea of Bath? Do you know where the Sea of Bath was or is? There were some clues. You saw what? Tide coming in. You saw a bathtub picture. And then there was a soap and a lot of wind-up toys. And somebody pushing the boat with a big hand. Where do you think the Sea of Bath is? Could it be that it was in a bathtub? What do you think? So we're going to sing some more songs, enjoy some more songs. You can share, where do you think the Sea of Bath was? And do you like one story better than the other? Did you like gobbling it up and tasting good, all those different things? Or did you like the Sea of Bath? So this one is a favorite of mine. I hope it's a favorite of yours. It's called Iken Drum. And it's, we don't have a ladle. We're going to pretend we have a ladle. And we're going to play upon our ladle. And we don't have a ladle, so we're going to use our arms. This is my ladle. Play on this drum, okay? Iken drum. Let's enjoy.
There was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, the ladle, the ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His eyes were made of fried eggs, fried eggs, fried eggs. His eyes were made of fried eggs, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His ears were made of apricots, apricots, apricots. His ears were made of apricots, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His nose was made of carrots, carrots, carrots. His nose was made of carrots, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His mouth was made of an orange, an orange, an orange. His mouth was made of an orange, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Oh, there was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum.
Well, so did you enjoy Aiken Drum and playing upon your ladle, your ladle, your ladle? You know what? That was so fun. Let's do it again because we can, right? Okay, so let's do it one more time.
There was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His hair was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, the ladle, the ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His eyes were made of fried eggs, fried eggs, fried eggs. His eyes were made of fried eggs, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His ears were made of apricots, apricots, apricots. His ears were made of apricots, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His nose was made of carrots, carrots, carrots. His nose was made of carrots, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. His mouth was made of an orange, an orange, an orange. His mouth was made of an orange, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Oh, there was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum.
Okay, so we did one last Aiken Drum. You know what? We actually had a couple minutes. We're lucky. Story. So that is I like Down by the Bay. You know, if you guys have particular favorites that you see me play and you want a particular one, leave a comment on Facebook. And I'll be happy to share what is your favorites. So and if you haven't looked for resources on the library, this is how I get to these. I go to the Pawnee Public Library, our main webpage, and I just scroll down and click on TumbleBooks. And it's a lot of fun checking out books, but I know the ones that I like, so I know which titles to search, but it's fun just to explore what kind of stuff they have. And this one's called Down by the Bay.
Down by the bay,
Down by the bay,
where the watermelons grow,
the watermelons grow.
Back to my home,
Back to my home.
I dare not go,
I dare not go.
for if I do,
For if I do,
my mother will say,
my mother will say,
did you ever see a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay,
down by the bay,
down by the bay,
down by the bay,
grow, watermelons grow,
watermelons grow.
back to my home, I dare not go,
I dare not go.
for if I do,
For if I do,
my mother will say,
my mother will say,
did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail? Down by the bay,
down by the bay,
down by the bay, where the
down by the
watermelons
bay,
grow, back to my home,
back to my home.
I dare not go,
Dare not go.
for if I do,
For if I do,
my mother will say,
my mother will say,
did you ever see a pig wearing a wig? Down by the bay,
down by the bay,
down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home,
back to my home.
I dare not go,
Dare not go.
for if I do,
For if I do,
my mother will say,
my mother will say,
did you ever see a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay,
down by the bay,
where the
down by the bay,
watermelons grow, back to my home,
back to my home.
I dare not go,
I dare not go.
for if I do,
For if I do,
my mother will say,
my mother will say,
did you ever see a cat wearing a hat? Did you ever see a goat sailing a boat? Did you ever see a mouse building a house? Down by the bay,
down by the bay,
down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home,
back to my home.
I dare not go,
Dare not go.
for if I do,
For if I do,
my mother will say,
my mother will say,
did you ever see a dragon riding a wagon? Down by the bay,
down by the bay. So, I hope you enjoyed this Get a Move On story time. I really did. And add some comments for me on Facebook, just because, you know, we can't see each other during this whole pandemic time. So, you know, let me know. Give me some comments, and I'll be happy to come back again next week at 11 o'clock for Get a Moving Story Time. This is Bonnie Balda wishing for you and hoping for you a happy and healthy day today. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.